Alright, so if we're doing this big hag fight, what I know from last time is that the hag pulls an enemy into the cauldron. The cauldron is difficult to kill, but it's relatively easy to DPS and you're one of your allies back out of it. But we also know that when someone gets sent to the cauldron, they don't die in the cauldron, they get taken to death's door and then spit out. So, if I'm quick about it, I could potentially heal somebody the moment they get out of the cauldron. One of my big priorities is to have ranged DPS to take care of the hag themselves as fast as possible. One of the things I'm eyeing here is Kerbal has an ability that I haven't even learned yet, but I can invest in it, called If It Bleeds. It's a you can attack anyone in the middle, and you can do 2 bleed for 3 rounds, and I can probably sit there and stack it. It's also an attack in itself, which is handy because bleed it out while strong will only help me against the cauldron itself. So that's my first rank probably in the party. Serene's probably a good option too because he's relatively hardy, I think, if I remember correctly. A decent amount of hit points, decent dodge, a really high chance of stunning, which I could potentially use against the hag to flat out give us a whole turn of not having to deal with this bullshit, and I can mark the opponent and then just start wailing on them with Collect Bounty, which could be a decent amount of deep. Oh, Collect Bounty is a bad strategy because the hag is in the front, the hag's in the back and the cauldron's in the front, if I remember correctly, so that's not going to work. I need something that targets the enemy, so... And my ranged attack does less damage, so I'm probably going to sit there and keep spamming finish him, is probably what my approach is going to be here with the hag. Uppercut, knockback, come hither. Yeah, I get the feeling that the boss is probably not very vulnerable to movement, so I'm not going to try that. So I'm probably going to be spamming finish him and stuns. Still valid. Those are my 2 slots. And an obvious choice is to put Ballad Boxer in the back row as a Vestral to heal, to help out anybody who gets injured and is stuck inside of the, to help anyone when we get them out of the cauldron, especially since they might be on death's door and need an immediate heal to save them in that situation. Question is, who takes the last slot? I could take Boss Monster potentially, but they don't have a lot of enemy. They don't have a lot of attacks that approach the. Yeah, the only thing they can do is Holy Lance, and that puts them forward, which means they can't do it again. So, unlike the previous encounter, I don't think Crusaders are going to be great for this fight. Themurd could be a potential option because Themurd can mark the target to make them less likely to dodge, making them more vulnerable. Also has a heal potentially, but a lack of direct offense, unfortunately. No bleeds, for example, as far as I know. Artillery could be helpful because it would target the hag, but it does less damage than normal, and he already has kind of low damage to begin with, so it's not that great of a amount of damage. And the stun only affects people in the front. I don't believe the demon pool will necessarily even work, so I don't have much faith in this character's role. Other characters are too low. A good person to fit in that last slot would probably be Lucas, because Lucas has those attacks that bleed people that are in the middle. The problem is Lucas is not prepared to do a round right now because he's currently recovering, and I can't do anything about that. Last obvious option would potentially be Knackle. Open Vein is a nice bleed we can apply to people. The problem is it only affects the front though. So I may have to use Pistol Shot over and over again, which is not a very high damaging ability, but it might be the best option I have right now, I believe. So, we're looking at Kerbal and Ballad Boxer, Knackle and Serene. Everyone has no stress except Knackle, who's at about 20, so they're healthy from that perspective. We're going to have to look into upgrading their equipment, particularly their defensive capabilities, and the ones with the weapons need their offense upgraded. So we can give Captain Kerbal they can go from fresh leather and furs to master sewn leather and furs, giving them 5 more dodge, 5 more hit points. Absolutely. Other person, Serene, 5 more dodge, 5 more hit points. Yep. Knackle, on the offensive perspective, 1 damage, 1 crit. On the defensive perspective, 5 dodge, 4 hit points. And then finally our healer, who I'm not upgrading the weapon of, but because all it does is, I guess it affects their speed actually. If that speed goes up as I level up this character, that could actually be handy to level up their weapon, but I haven't done it so far, and I'm probably going to put it off for now. But more dodge and more hit points. I need my party to be able to take damage each round without going down, so that's a priority. I really want to upgrade to reduce cost, but I just can't justify it when I am so close to being able to buy the last rank of each last upgrade ranks. The problem there, of course, is that I'm upgrading people actively, so that the once I do get around to buying the discount, it won't be as effective anymore. But the upside there is that at least when people inevitably die as the game gets harder, which I feel like that's got to happen sooner or later, those people will be easier to raise back up because my costs will be down. So we've spent a fair bit here, but let's look into what I can buy here. I'm going to want to upgrade Open Vein for Knackle. Upgrade my ability to do offense there. And I think I want to upgrade Pistol Shot to give it more accuracy and crit. There we go. If only the damage mod got better, but that's too bad. At this point, I don't know if I want to spend anything else, because the rest of it's probably going to be spent preparing for the run. Yeah, Serene's already where they want it to be. Kerbal's pretty much already where I want them to be. Oh right, I have to buy if it bleeds from scratch. I forgot about that. Whoopsie. So, accuracy gets higher. We're just going to upgrade it. There we go. 3 bleed for 3 rounds. High accuracy. Really high accuracy, actually. We'll make sure to equip that. I'm probably going to get rid of Yawp, maybe? No, let's get rid of Probably get rid of Breakthrough. In favor of not Wicked Hack, if it bleeds. I think that's going to be my go-to. Yeah, I might need the adrenaline rush to keep myself going. So we have an attack for the front row, and we have If It Bleeds, which attacks people in the middle, which I believe the hag counts as a large enemy. Will be somewhere in the middle too. So that's a high accuracy, high damage ability that specifically does not reduce my my power. So now we're in a tough situation though, because I'm pretty low on money now. Like, I might have overspent even. So as we embark, let's go ahead and get these people in place. I might have to cut corners somewhere. We'll see how it goes when I'm in the process of buying what I need. So I'll do a quick glance at everyone's items. Bonus damage, that's definitely what we need you to have. And bonus chance to bleeding. Okay. Ballot Boxer, needs to get Sozni's defensive items. I always switch them back and forth. There we go. I think I just unequipped. I think I might have just kicked Ballot Boxer out of the party on accident. Nope, they're still there. Okay. So Ballot Boxer has their defensive items. Serene has... Okay, we need more offensive item. I'll just go through these all real quick. Alright, we're going in a similar approach as last time. So, Kerbal has a one bleed skill to help her with those, and then damage and crit. Everything she needs there. Ballot has her defensive items, so bonus to protection and dodge at the cost of accuracy and damage, the usual. Serene has the Sun Ring, so we want to keep our torches up. And the Berserk Charm for bonus speed and damage. Also, Serene... Let's see. Serene has the... Yeah, planned takedown. So Serene and Kerbal will have bonus damage against large enemies, which... One of the things in that fight has to be large, right? I can't remember if it's the Witch himself... I can't remember if it's the Hag or the Pot or both, but one of them has to be large, and we'll get a bonus against them for sure. Knackle, once again, is going full scouting, so increased defense in the form of dodge, and we're going for a lot of scouting so I can try to find the Witch as fast as possible. That said, I don't know the layout. It could just be a hallway, in which case, who knows? So we'll get in there, and we have to really figure out how to stretch our money here. So I'm probably not going to bring a key at all. I'll miss out on some potential loot, which is a bummer, but I might not have the money to deal with bringing one along. So one stack of food already takes us that far, and a stack of torches takes us fairly low. And I want a shovel because I need to be able to get past one blockage. Now the issue is, do I bring a second shovel or more of something? I think I'm going to avoid more food. There we go. So the extra food will help us progress through, because we need to camp at some point for the purpose of... this is not ideal. I probably overspent somewhere where I shouldn't have, but we need food to camp and also to recover because we don't want to get affected negatively when the game decides that it's time to eat. And we need torches to keep us going. Hopefully we won't encounter 2 blockages on the way there, and hopefully I can find the Hag as fast as possible, at which point I might have to eject from the run because I'll be out of torches.
Her knowledge of horticulturalism and its role in various arcane practices impressed me greatly. My licentious impulse gave way to a genuine professional respect, and together we began to plant, harvest, and brew.
And so it begins. Let's look at the map. Okay. That could be worse, so I'm going to go right first with the hope that we're going to scout. And if we find the boss, I'm just going to go straight for them, camping immediately, and we'll see what we can do. And immediately we're being... Okay, thank God. So nothing bad happened, but immediately we're losing our shovel. Worst case scenario. If we're lucky, let's see. Some of this zone isn't hallways, so if we're lucky, we may not have to backtrack. Immediately we have an enemy in the form of ectoplasm. I accidentally let us come in with a... There we go. Need to use that torch. So we have... Okay, quivering ectoplasm. They're relatively weak as far as damage goes. The enchantresses can be dicks, though. I think I'm gonna try to wipe out the... Let's try to wipe out the ectoplasm as fast as possible. If we kill both, then they can't multiply. The good news is that we surprised them, so they're not good in a good situation themselves. I could do Grape Shot, but it has a low chance of hitting, so even though it could take out like half the party's hit points, it might screw us over. Let's see, this guy has bleed resist that's very high. They have lower bleed resist, does 3 damage per round, so... it won't kill them though. Versus Pistol Shot, only 6 to 10. Okay, so bleed's pretty much the way to go here. Or you can go for double AoE. If I go Grape Shot and it actually hits, then a follow-up Grape Shot from my other character could wipe the party out. I don't have faith in it though, we're going bleed. Got a high roll and a bleed, so that's got... Cultist has 8 hit points and is losing 3 per round, that's a good start. I'll go ahead and try to stun one of these dudes just to keep them from doing anything else. Maybe this cultist specifically. Yeah. Try to keep them out of action. Oh, but resisted. Ineffective. Alright, so I don't have my AoE anymore because that's what I replaced with my ranged bleed. So I could do a stun on these guys, which could be helpful to remove them from doing anything, or I could just go straight for an attack. This will be an attack bleed on the cultist in the back. I think I'm gonna go for it. Wow. Okay. So yeah, it may have been a mistake to not use if it bleeds all along. It could be really handy. Because I was talking about not having enough ability to attack people in the background, and this is kind of the thing that was missing. So this could be handy. Let's see. An open vein does work on the front row. Okay, let's try to finish this guy off.
Destroyed.
This is about to be a very bleed-heavy party, and I'm okay with that.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, take all, and let's go ahead and open this. We'll use Knackle, because he's trap resistant, I believe, out of this party. And it's trapped. And we resisted it. So that one exactly as planned. No scouting, though. Okay. We'll go north, with the hopes that we'll hopefully scout and get an idea of where this witch is. It'll be a bummer if it was on the right. Oh, that's a dead end, isn't it? That's a dead end. I don't want none of that. So I think we're going to backtrack instead. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry guys, I know you guys might get stressed by going backwards. There we go. We're gonna go right now. I still don't know what's there. And if I'm lucky, that she'll just be there. Man, what do I do if I encounter the hag without even expecting it? That could actually be bad for me. Alright, so we have giant ectoplasm and we have the cultist in the background. I'm gonna try to stun the cultist, especially since it could shuffle them. There we go. Which means that they're vulnerable to direct attack. Still no need to heal, so I'm just going to go for a stun on the back one now. Resisted. Pretty much expected to do that, but I didn't have a lot of other rolls to do at that point. Just going to start stacking bleed if I can. Resisted. Okay. It does have a high bleed resist, but I also have a high chance of applying it, so I figured I'd go for it. I don't think... Do I have any bonus... Oh yeah, I don't really have bonus bleed on this character, so... It's just the raw damage itself. If I go for the Enchantress, they're likely to die from the resulting bleed. 3 damage per town. Yeah, 3 damage per round from bleed. She has 5 hit points, so she's gonna die before she gets a turn. Because that turn unstunned her, so next... Oh, there we go. Her second turn killed her. As predicted. So now we just need to... We don't want them to stack up extra guys, so let's wipe this dude out. Really? Minimum roll, okay. Not what I was going for. Grapevine shot. So I want to deal damage to the back guy, but also hurt the front one to finish him off. Alright. Oh, well you're just being a dick about it now. Alright, so let's just target the source and take it down as fast as possible because they're being difficult about this now. Stun. Yeah, we'll stun the ad. Or it'll get dodged, that's fine. The party's not really hurt, so I'm not really going for heals at this point. I'm just doing what I can to wipe out the main source. He's still resisting every bleed, okay. I just need to finish him at this point. There we go.
The bigger the beast,
and this guy will die in one hit once we get a move.
glory.
He might get something gross off, though. Unless he gets stunned? Which he did. Okay, so he's useless. Because he missed his turn, and that was his only chance to do anything dangerous. Now he's dead.
As the fiend falls,
I'm okay with that.
faint hope blossoms.
It'd be great if this was the hag, but also terrible if this was the hag, because I have not rested yet. So with no camping, I'm not getting the benefits I need. I might be able to retreat from the hag, though. That might be an option. I don't know if it works that way. What is it? Yeah, I kind of figured they wouldn't give me the hag like 1 square away from where I started. Alright, nice scouting, guys. You found what we already knew. There's a barrier over there. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to the origin and then try going north, and hopefully there won't be a barrier there. The random number generator of this game could completely screw me if it feels like it. No combat here, so I'm just going to let our torch drop over time as we proceed. We're eating already. Alright. So we have enough to eat one more time and to camp. Although I could camp... If we're not injured and not stressed, I could always camp for a lower percentage. Gonna use a torch now because we're approaching areas that could potentially have enemies. Ballad boxers compulsively opening things up because they're a monster. Really not team players around here, are there? Motherfucker. They're just being mean. That's... I've barely explored anything. We already have our third... Okay, we just have to do it by hand.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh.
So that's a fairly significant amount of stress and reduced torch. Ah, man. So this is a bad start. But if I can find the hag soon, we're set. Please, scout. There we go. Tell me where the boss is. Come on. Game did not tell me where the boss is. Alright, I'm going right next, because if I'm lucky, I'll scout both those other directions, and there won't be a blockage, right? Please? There shouldn't be a blockage, because I think we already pre-explored the zone just now.
In radiance, may we find
Hey, Nasty. How you doing? Oh, you're surprised. How handy. If I do some nasty stuns in here, then you're not going to get past being surprised either. So let's get started there. There we go. That gives me 2 turns to wail on this guy before he gets to do anything in response. If I flashbang the crone, we might get a turn. Yep. All right. So they have 2 turns of inaction. Granted, I've wasted half my party's actions in the meantime, but we can make up for that. Let's see. Let's just start stacking bleed on the ghoul, because that's not a guaranteed kill from Knackle, but also... Oh, we missed. No. I want to DPS the ghoul down as fast as possible. Should I go for the crone or just keep focusing on the ghoul? We can stack a pretty ridiculous damage over time on him. And the crone... No, let's go for the crone. The two turns of bleed should finish her off. Yeah. She has 6 hit points and 6 bleed's gonna come at her, because 1 bleed will happen when she loses stun, 1 bleed will happen when her actual turn starts, so she's dead now. She doesn't matter anymore. So now it's all about focusing on Slavering Ghoul, and he's stunned, so we get bonus damage against him. And we can stack bleed to potentially stop him from ever getting a turn. What's his stun resist? 90%? I'll do an AoE heal, because people do need to be topped off after the damage from clearing that blockage. Alright, that's part 1 of her dying. She'll be done dying in a moment. Keep stacking bleed on the ghoul. I'm definitely realizing the strength of having if it bleeds. It does less damage than bleed out, but goddamn, that's you get a significant benefit from the fact that it's ranged and does not debuff the Hellion. So one of my most powerful characters is becoming more powerful by this realization. She's gonna die in a second here, so I'll just party heal. There we go. Only 1 person. I thought there might have been slightly more healing to do than that, but I guess not. It's hard to judge how many people have lost 1 hit point unless you really stare at it sometimes.
And insidious killer.
Alright, so the party is healthy at least. We haven't taken too much of a Please, scout. Yes. Is the boss here? No boss. Alright, we're turning around. I'd love to check out other places, but we're too low on supplies to waste time going back and forth and stuff like that. If I feel comfortable, we might do some low light exploring for extra loot later on. But for now, we just need to proceed forward because I don't want to run out of torches and go into the hag in a dangerous setting. Knackle, you do the trap. There we go. Hopefully we'll scout when I walk into this room, and that'll put us in a good spot. Knowing my luck, the hag's going to be the furthest away room, but we don't have a way of knowing for sure. Because we've definitely learned that, I've seen before that bosses can be they definitely can be located in the less than obvious locations. So do I just start wailing on this dude? I should probably just start wailing on this dude. Yeah, just gonna start hitting the front guy a lot. Because the sooner he's dead, this fight's over, because his sidekicks are actually really weak. I'll go for the stun. It probably won't work. Yeah, but I figured I'd just go for it because there's nothing else for that character to do right now. Start stacking. Oh, the bleed's not going to work, but it's still my best shot of damage. Crit. All right. This guy's down. He's going to be down in one round. If the Hellion doesn't miss, he'll be down. Hellion did not miss, so he's down. Fight's over, basically. We just need to pick these guys off real quick. They're resistant to bleed, so that probably won't happen. But we can still do some serious damage to them. Finish off the back guy. I knew I was gonna hit hard, so I didn't want to bother hitting the front one. And fight over. All those hit points, and none of them even got to attack me.
This expedition at least promises success.
Oh, do I open it or not? You do it, Knackle. You're trap resistant, right? Oh. Uh-oh. Stress is happening. That may have been a mistake. Please be boss right above me. It's not. And there's a big fight. We have two fights ahead of us, unfortunately. Thankfully, we'll be able to recover a fair amount when we camp. Also, these aren't very threatening groups of enemies so far. If only I could stun the occultist. Okay, what's their stun resist? Pretty high? Ah, nothing else to do though. No healing to do right now, so I'll go for it. Did not pan out. Stun the occultist, and maybe even shuffle them forward. There we go. I just don't want her doing anything to demoralize my party, since we can fairly easily wipe her out before that happens. Making progress in that way. 3 damage per round's not going to help when she has 8 hit points, though, so we need to do so. Oh, hello, guys. Yeah, I know what you do. Get out of here. So Captain Kerple's ranged attack is going to wipe out their whole party, pretty much. And then she can finish off the front guy afterwards, probably. Go for this back guy. Oh, we can't with that attack. Can with this attack, though. We should DPS them down. I probably should have targeted the occultist just because they're up to no good. Their hit points are pretty low, though. Oh, stress. And we dodged it. Okay. That was her one chance to do something bad. And she did not succeed. Go for a stun. Probably won't work, but it's all that this character has to do unless I want to very slightly heal Kerbal for 3 hit points. Which, you know, valid. Wiping out the back people. I'm prioritizing... If I can use If It Bleeds, I'm prioritizing that because it's roughly the same damage. Let's see, what is the difference between the two? 3 bleed per round, 4 bleed per round. Okay, so Bleed It Out does 1 more bleed per round and a 15% damage mod and 5% higher crit. So it is a better skill, but it doesn't debuff me. So it's good to spam If It Bleeds first as a starting move, then follow it up with Bleed It Out when I want to target the people in front. In this case, it's a bunch of identical people, so it doesn't matter. Let's not play with things. I'd love to search that thing for loot, because they often have loot in them, but I just want to avoid surprise stress in this situation. Oh, I think I fell below 70. I'm 75. Shit. Don't surprise us? Okay, we're not surprised. One of our last torches, though.
The light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
So I'm probably gonna camp right after this fight, because there's like no dungeon left, so that'll be the next roll to do. I'm gonna go for... stun resist. Yeah, we're gonna go for spamming stuns on the giant because I don't want him rearranging my party and screwing up our ability to do things. Oh, my bleed only works in the front row, so I can only do it on this guy. I'm gonna do it because it's stronger than my other abilities, so it's better. It's a better use than trying to pick off back people with a really shitty pistol attack. That is kind of a disappointment. I should probably swap out Knackle's pistol attack for a different ability since I'm not prone to using it. There we go. That guy's down. That puts the occultist in position to be attacked next. I cannot target... Alright, I can't target anyone with a stun that's not currently stunned, so I'm going to heal up our Hellion, just to cap them off. This is a good party. I like the ranged damage in particular, so we may be in a good position for fighting. I'm gonna try to stun again the giant, just because I don't want him to rearrange the party. There we go. It actually worked. Good luck. This could be a good party for the boss. We have a lot of range damage. It's working pretty well so far. He resisted bleed. Ah.
Mortality clarified.
It's adorable. A crit of 1. I'll show you a crit. Oh, or okay. That kind of nullifies my joke. Well, not a joke, but you know, my attempt at being a badass, I guess. My Bruce Willis one-liner moment. Things are going slower than they should be, but we're still relatively safe fight. 6 to 10. Yeah, I don't want to bother with the Enchantress. Knackle's just not very good at the ranged attack. He's best at the open vein. I think Knackle's going to be one of my main characters that attacks the Cauldron, potentially. Although I don't know how good the... don't know much about the Cauldron's hit points. I'm not pre-researching stuff in this game. I just know from the past of how many hit points certain things... I mean, I know from the past the layout of fights, since the Tier 2 bosses seem to just be the Tier 1 bosses again. So I can go for finish him, or I can go for another stun. But his stun resist is huge now, so it's not likely to work, but I could stun the cultist. And maybe even shuffle the party? Nope, not so much. Stunning's pointless at this point. Oh, I have no one to heal either. Alright. Just waste the turn, I guess. I probably should have rearranged myself to be behind. Yeah, I should have moved. Uh-oh. Well, I guess it won't matter now. Oh, that was a really minor change. Okay. So do I go for this, or Bleed It Out does more damage? Yeah, Bleed It Out could actually kill him, so we're gonna go for that. Whoa! I guess the crit will ensure that. Okay. I will feast on your hearts. That's how much damage I do without the, What's crazy about that damage is I don't even have the bonus damage against large enemies on right now, so like it'll be higher during the boss fight. Finish him is gonna be very strong because the person's stunned. Alright. Wow.
Trifling victory.
So far we're basically not taking damage, so that's a good place to be in. That's my party composition set up. Yeah, we're good. So we had some bad stress. We had a bad increase of stress on Knackle, which I don't want, but aside from that, we're pretty healthy. And we might scout the boss location right now. Alright, so we can see every room in the entire game, so that one over there on the far left has to be the boss fight, because unless I doubt they would hide the boss fight behind a relic icon, so I think that has to be it. Knackle, go ahead and disarm. Now the question is whether there's going to be a fight in this room or not, because there could still be a fight in a weird icon room. We'll see how it goes. I'm at low light, which I don't want to be in necessarily. Oh, there's a fight. But I want to, just in case they screw me with an ambush and stuff, I want to have a torch ready. So we have plus stress right now, but that's not too bad, because we don't have to worry about stress too much necessarily. So we're just going to start piling on the damage with this character. Wipe out their lead guy as fast as possible. No one needs a heal, so we'll go for the stun that I have no chance of success at, but we'll try anyway. Do I bother with trying to stun this guy? The chance of success is super low. Huh. I think I just want to start. Yeah, just start wailing on him. If I'm lucky, I'll crit, and that would really expedite things. But it's not going to happen. Okay. Get busy with our Hellion. If he bleeds, he's dead. He didn't bleed. Okay. So one good hit and he's dead. That's a good hit. That's a crit. All right. Now we're just down to the shitty little ectoplasms, so we'll just finish these guys off. If we don't take damage to the Vestal, we'll try to stun them just to crowd control a bit, but otherwise we're just going to start wailing on dudes. There we go. A lot of these guys are likely to die in one hit, which is what makes this a good situation. Do our long range attack first, because it does not weaken us, because we're already weakened a little bit and don't want to keep that going. Get that stun out of the way. Oh, success. So this fight's over. He can't do anything to us, and there's no way we're all gonna miss. Like, even if one of us missed, even if two of us missed, we'd still be set. There we go. A lot of crits that fight. I'm gonna try to use the well with Knackle, because if it rejuvenates someone, I want him to lose stress. Please don't curse me. There we go. I don't think the fountain's ever been bad so far. I think that's how that works. I think the fountain's always good, or it just has a low chance of being bad, because it hasn't been so far for me. So, we're in the last room before where the boss probably is. Ooh, we're scouting. Yep, there we go. That's final. There's the boss location. So, we're definitely camping. And I'm definitely prioritizing abilities. Let's see.
Together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Nothing else to do with the food, so I'll try to heal Knuckles' stress with the food. And we're going to go Battle Trance for accuracy and bonus damage against large monsters. Same thing with my other character, bonus damage against large monsters. That takes out most of our preparation, so we'll see what else. Scouting doesn't matter. One companion gets bonus accuracy and crit is probably a good option. Wound care, no one's hurt. Clean damage, bonus accuracy, and damage with ranged attacks. But I don't really use ranged attacks. Although this might be good reason to. Yeah, if we're focusing on the hag and she's in the back row and can only be accessed by my ranged attack, getting bonus damage and crit would help resolve the fact that it's weaker than my bleed usually is. What about the Vestral? Accuracy and dodge. Clean. So clean guns cost 3. Can I do something with the last 2 if I do that? Okay, bonus accuracy and crit. Alright. I'll give accuracy and crit to our Hellion, because she has the scariest long-range attack, I think. And I'll have Knuckle clean guns. And this should put us in a good situation. So, alright, get ready for a big showdown. This is the one that makes me nervous. The hag out of the 3, I think, is the most dangerous of the bosses, because of the fact that just that cauldron effect is really dangerous. It's hard to control that. Obviously, I was able to stun lock my previous enemy and then just stab them to death. Hello, guys. One last fight. Alright. Oh, he surprised us. Use a torch real quick. And I think we're just gonna start wailing on dudes. I'm going first. I'm just gonna mark you to start off. Because it looks like we're gonna get a few attacks in, so I might as well just start off with a mark. No one needs healing because we just camped. So I'm just gonna try to do that, and it failed. How does pistol shot compare? Let's see. Melee is 6 to 11. Pistol is 7 to 13. So it is noticeably stronger now, which is good because these guys are resistant versus these guys resist bleed, so it's not really worth trying. So having a higher damage attack to use on them is good, even if it's not great. Highwayman's damaged, so I have someone to heal now. It is a bummer that you get targeted by. Thankfully, this guy's so big that I don't even have to use bleed it out. I can actually use my thing that doesn't debuff me, which is good because I don't necessarily want to debuff myself, because that debuff's going to follow me into the next. It's probably going to follow me into the next encounter if I don't let it sort of fall away. So now this guy's marked. Collect bounty should probably, yeah, it should kill him, and it did. So we have to be careful with the Hellion. I don't want to use bleed out because I don't want to debuff myself. So instead, I'm going to adrenaline rush to make myself more powerful. If I'm lucky, that'll last into the next fight. That'd be great. Single target heal our highwaymen to recover the damage they took. Not all of it though. Slime is attacking us. Okay, let's just finish this dude off. I can't use pistol shot, right? Yeah, because it's melee range. But they're likely to get killed by this. No bleed. Okay, so it still has to be finished off like this. Alright, let's rearrange our party.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
So currently the Hellion has minus 20% damage, but he also has plus 20% versus large ant monsters and 26 in general. So biggest negative is that... Oh wait, no, I don't currently have negative... I do not currently have negative... What is that debuff? I think I just took a normal debuff, didn't I? Because I think this character's ability makes me lose dodge. Yeah, so I don't think that's currently active unless they just disappear separately. Either way, here comes the big fight. I don't think I have any prep work to do, so let's just... Oh, no, there's going to be a fight before it. Don't touch it, don't touch it. Okay, good. Unfortunately, there's a fight like right over here, and we have to deal with that first. And I'm out of torches, so I'm just going to deal with the fact that we're probably going to have increased stress during the boss fight. Stressful incantation, well, that also would increase stress. Alright, we're going to go for stunning the asshole. So we don't want him having free moves. And then in a sec, we're going to start stacking bleed. Just do as much damage as we can as fast as possible against this guy. Stacking more bleed. Probably should have pistol shot at him for higher damage, but I went for it already, so it's too bad. Let's go for single target healing our bounty hunter to recover what little has been lost. This is going pretty okay. If this is any indication of how the following fight's gonna go, we might actually do okay. Should I go for another flashbang? I think I'm gonna go for it. Please. Alright, cool. Slavering Ghoul's not gonna get a turn. He's at 10 hit points at 6 damage per round. So he's pretty screwed. I think I might focus on the cultist for this move. Oh wait, I can't. Never mind. What about my range? My range attack won't do enough, but I could... Alright, I'm gonna try to hit both of them at once, because we'll weaken the cultist and also make the ghoul weak enough that he should die during his next turn. Damn it. My goal there was also I wanted to keep the cultist in the background so that he could still be targeted by the Hellion move that doesn't weaken the Hellion. So we're slowly getting lighter. Do I get more torch? Dazzling Light gives me more torch. All the more reason to cast that. The stun failed, but it gave us more torch, which is good for us, because that means that we're going to have... let's see here. Let's just wait, take this guy out. This guy's dead the moment his next turn starts. Stun? Stun still killed him. Damn it. I was hoping that if I didn't kill him, that maybe I'd get a chance to use another Dazzling Light for more light, but we didn't get that. That's fine, though. So, what are my recovery items? I have bandages for bleed, and that's it. Okay. I'll keep that in mind just in case this encounter has any bleeding effects, because I don't remember. Please don't surprise us. Good. I was gonna say, you guys better not get surprised by the fucking boss fight. So Cauldron's empty, and I think the Cauldron recovers... I want to say every time the Cauldron gets used, it recovers health, so we have to focus on the Hag. Hag has surprisingly low hit points. Okay. What about stun resistance? Stun resistance is pretty high, but if this works, it's worth it. Please. Wow, it actually worked. Okay. So she just lost a whole turn, which is good for us. I'm going to want to pistol shot the Hag to get the damage rolling, and we'll see how much damage we can do before she even gets a real turn. No one needs heals right now, so I'm going to go Dazzling Light. Yeah, you can't stun the Cauldron. It's huge. And I can't target the Hag. That's a bummer. So, let's see. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna use it on this, not because I want to do anything to it, but because it increases my light into the top tier. Oh, Hag got a turn already, and used it on the Hellion. Son of a bitch. So collect bounty on this thing. 20 hit points. Crit. All right, she's immediately safe. Did she take any damage? She didn't really take damage either. Oh, someone else into the pot. Didn't we just do this? Now you're just being a dick about it. That's not very much damage, though. So, 6 to 11 versus 7 to 13. No reason to use Bleed It Out on this one because... Oh, wow. We're having great luck so far. I don't have to worry about bleeding it because it's resistant anyway. So, our light is high enough now that I don't need to worry with the stun anymore. So let's just go single target heal, probably. Oh, AoE heal. Everyone's taking some damage. But we need to take out that Hag as fast as possible. The problem is that she keeps... Okay, Meat Tenderizer. Low damage, no bleed. Okay, good. That's fine. Should I mark the Hag? You'll see that she has 2 notches next to her. That means she gets 2 turns. She gets 2 moves per turn. I don't think it's going to be worth marking this Hag. I think I just want to start wailing on her, because she's got relatively low hit points. I don't remember having... I didn't expect her to be this low on hit points. I kind of expected her to have more. Just wail on her as fast as possible, because once she gets a move, there we go. Just putting Knackle into the pot, so the Hellion's turn's going to be spent dealing with that, probably. Except the Hellion's in the back row, not in the front row, which could be bad for me.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
AoE crit is not helpful. I could target the pot, but for super shit damage. I'm gonna single target the bounty hunter instead.
How quickly the tide turns.
Alright, Hellion, I need you to get that out of there. Hellion, is it your turn? Good. So, target the pot. Please work. 16, that's not enough. And of course it didn't bleed, so more damage coming our way. This damn Hag. Okay. How long can that go last? Should I just let him be in there? It's not a totally crazy option. I think I'm just... Fuck it. Let's wail on the Hag. Let's just kill her. She's so low on hit points that we can probably take her out before we even run out of hit points on Knackle. AoE heal because everyone's hurt. I think we can actually outpace the damage coming to Knackle. We just need one good hit. What's happening here? Taste the... Oh, gross. So she demoralizes us using Knackle. What's happening there? Is that a mark? Oh, it's a debuff. Minus damage. Shit. Please finish her off. Alright, Hag's dead. And then he gets left out.
She spawned.
There we go. Knackle didn't even go to death's door. Close, but still. Yeah, focus firing the Hag definitely works. You just have to try to be aware of how many hit points that person has, because it's entirely possible the moment he gets out that the Hag will just AoE the whole party, in which case the person in the pot will die. So letting them get to death's door could really screw you up. Cursed Buckle, I've already seen that. Bloodthirst Ring, yeah, I've seen these before. They don't really appeal to me, but I'll take them. And here's a treasure chest. Please don't be a trap. Don't be a dick about it. Content's yours. I wish I had a key, but too bad.
Only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
So we got more money at least. 250 gold there, 1400 there. I wonder if I could get better though. There's a few places I could still potentially explore. Do I go for it or do I leave is the question. Because I do kind of want to go for it. I could leave at any point, which is a good point. First of all, rearrange the party. Because it's all fucked up. There we go. I think I'm going to explore a little bit. We're really low. The thing motivating here is the fact that we're really low on money right now in the outside world. How are we doing on food? Alright, if we start starving, we can eat one more time. So we're going to enter low light mode, where stress comes faster and enemies have the advantage, but we also get larger rewards as a result. And our party's doing okay aside from the fact that we have to heal up Knackle. Our stress isn't crazy. The question here, I suppose, is whether or not I'm going to make more money. The question here is whether the money that I'm going to get as a result of doing this is going to be better than the amount of money I'm going to have to spend healing the party of stress afterwards, potentially. I don't know, it's a toss-up. Part of me just doesn't want to leave so fast, since things went well for me. Stacks contents are mine. Oh. There's a thing that gives you more... It gives you bonus dodging chance when you're high on hit points, which is a decent tanking item. I think I already have one of these dumb items, right? Bloodthirst Ring. Yeah, I don't like the Bloodthirst Ring, so I'll take the Bracer over that. I'd rather find money though. You take care of this, Serene, because Knackle's hurt. It's working out for me. If we get attacked, when we get attacked though, inevitably, or not, huh? Oh, there's not even combat over here. Oh, so this is just an empty room. Shit, I forgot. I already scouted it, so I should have known that because of the empty room icon. Let's see here. Yeah, where do I choose to go from here? There's a fight and an empty room over there and some boxes that may or may not have stuff in them. Yeah, I don't really value my chances of something cool happening, actually. All the way over here, there's a blockage that I can't get past without messing with myself, so I don't really want to do that. And over here there's a fight that might have a cool reward, but other than that, there's just one chest behind it, and there's no... This could be a bad... Continuing could be a bad idea. I'm just gonna leave and accept my reward, and we'll just have to make our money back in the future. Right. The quest reward itself is large. I get 10,000 just from the quest, so the fact that I only have 6,000 from exploring is not that bad. So I made about, yeah, 16,300 gold. I got, looks like, 15 deeds, which probably is enough to upgrade my blacksmith finally, and 12 crests, 2 portraits. These are good changes. And because the last hag's out of the way, that means that we're all safe to go doing whatever quest we want now with these groups and leveling people up for the final, in preparation of the final mission, without being in fear of anyone out-leveling the bosses, because now all the tier 2 bosses are gone. Reduced disease resist, and whoa, massive reduction for diseases, so we're probably going to take care of that for Serene. That's pretty bad. And now everyone's leveling really slowly, so I won't have to level up. These people that have max level, that have increased level gear, won't have to be upgraded for a while. Everyone reduced their stress, nothing noteworthy there, some more than others. Right, Lucas is not religious. Oh, no, Lucas was in the tavern. Whatever, let's not think about it too much. Blacksmith. Can I upgrade them? I can. Ooh. So do I want weapons or armor is the question. I think I want to go with weapons again. I like the idea of maxing out our weapons. And as a reward for their performance, because I like them so much in this party, let's upgrade our Hellion and find out how much better it is. Nothing significant. It becomes named, it goes from battle-tested glaive to the Wolf's Tooth. But all that happens is it gains 1 damage, 1 crit, 1 speed. So a single point of bonus across the board, but nothing huge. I was kind of hoping that the last tier would have like an actual jump in damage, but it's just a slight increase. Although the fact that it's an increase to everything makes it better than the usual. But that is an expensive final upgrade, so we're gonna have to use those sparingly for a while. Maybe only give one person their final weapon upgrade per round, and just dole them out 1 week at a time, because the cost is going to go up. No one's actually that bad on stress right now, though. That's not a current concern. Okay. That means that we don't have to worry about recovering anyone from that aspect. How are we doing on the guild? How close are we? I think it's a lot, right? Alright, so we need 20. We need 20 portraits. I have 15, so I think my next goal is going to be to go to the location that rewards portraits. So the Warrens. And yeah, we have one that rewards 6 right there. So this quest, Exterminate, just do a bunch of room battles for 6 portraits. That's a good reward. Bonus to stun skills, not a huge deal there, but yeah, those portraits will let me upgrade the guild to its final rank so I can buy max level skills. That'll be as good as we can get. And at that point, I'll start investing in the training regimen and upgrade just so I can continue to upgrade my skills for less money. And we should be getting to the point where these final weapon upgrades are going to be expensive, but otherwise we're going to be getting closer to the territory of actually getting the reduced costs for everything set up, which means that we're going to be spending less money, which means we're actually going to have build up of money, which means some of these neat looking things at the Nomad Wagon will become more affordable. Anything cool here? Bonus to Blight. I don't really use that. Bonus to Accuracy. There's the unholy damage ring. That could be handy as should I grab that? I'm hesitant. Maybe next episode I'll look into it more, but it could be handy having this because you get bonus damage against unholy. So if I stack that with the other one, that's 30 bonus damage against unholy with no negative side effects aside from the fact that not unholy don't do that. But like, you put 2 of those rings on for the necromancer boss, you're set. Healing received. Oh, for leper only. Yeah, I'm not psyched about that. Yeah, whatever. So, thanks for watching, guys. Like always, we've done fine. No one's high enough stress to warrant spending money on stress, so that means I get to spend more money on upgrading people, which is good because we have access to higher upgrades than ever before, which I'm excited about. I'll see you guys next time where we start getting to work on leveling up these zones to level 4 to access their next boss. Yeah, it looks like the current objective is the boss. So we'll work on leveling them up so we can get the access to the bosses, and leveling our party members so that they're ready for said bosses. And this is going to be interesting. You cap out at level 6. So there's actually 2 levels to go for a lot of these people, and we have a lot of upgrades to buy for them. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, so on and so forth. Repeating myself because I'm bad at commentary outros. Half the time I just don't do them, but in this series, because it's mission by mission, it's so obvious when intros and outros are going to happen that I just end up doing them myself.